Thank you for joining us for the inaugural Singapore Undergraduate Research Conference. My name is Holly. I graduated from Yale-NUS in 2018, but I was tempted back here by the great lineup we have tonight. So I'll be introducing the various speakers and moderating the panel we have later. A bit about this conference. The Singapore Undergrad Research Conference is the product of a lot of intercollegiate cooperation. So while this year it's hosted by the Yale-NUS Society for Academic Research, it's also co-organized by the Journal of International and Public Affairs, NTU Current Affairs, NTU Research Society, and NUS Political Science Society. The theme for this year's conference is Change and Continuity, Capital, Culture, and Climate. So this sounds quite broad, and it is, but this is for a reason. It was crafted this way to allow and encourage a diverse set of undergraduate applications and submissions of work. But I think as all of our presentations tonight are from work that's done in Singapore and explore really unique facets of Singapore society, I think they all speak to each other really well in asking how change is created in society, is navigated, and sustained. So we also have the chance to discuss these themes with 4 distinguished panelists: Minister of Parliament for Ni Soon GRC Louis Ng, Professor Chua Beng Huat from Yale-NUS, Professor Walter Teixeira from SUSS, and Professor Wally Jumlat from NTU. So thank you to our panelists for taking the time to join us tonight. Yes, thank you. And now to open us up with a few words, we have Professor Tan Tai Yong, President of Yale-NUS College.
Thank you, Holly, and good evening, everyone, and welcome to the inaugural Singapore Undergraduate Research Conference, and to our friends from NUS, NTU, and SMU, welcome to the college. This conference is organized by the Yale-NUS Society for Academic Research, a group that was founded in 2015 with the aim of promoting interdisciplinary undergraduate research, making research accessible and also relevant to policy. Now, the students have been very active, and in the past 3 years, they have produced an annual Yale-NUS undergraduate journal and also a weekly podcast called Yale-NUS After Hours, featuring faculty and student research. Now, the Society has, in the past couple of years, organized 2 previous conferences, one a poster sharing event in 2017, and last year, the Asia Research Conference. I'm delighted they are now able to, with the collaboration from our colleagues from the other universities, organize and host a Singapore Undergraduate Research Conference, and also now involving students from the other universities. The theme for this year's conference is quite wide-ranging. Change and continuity, capital, culture, and climate. A nice alliteration here. And I'm confident that it will offer opportunities for researchers to interrogate the interconnections between these different issues and to understand continuities and changes across time and space. Now, I want to offer my thanks to our special panelists, Member of Parliament, Mr. Louis Ng, nominated MP Walter Teixeira, Professor Wally Jumlat, and our very own Professor Chua Beng Huat for spending time and sharing their wisdom with us tonight. To all student presenters, I want to thank you also for your hard work, and I look forward to hearing the findings of your research. And finally, I want to thank the student leaders, the student groups for the initiative and effort in organizing and hosting this inaugural conference. So I wish all of you an evening of very stimulating discussions. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Tan Tai Yong. So now I'll let you know how the flow of the evening will go. We have 4 student presenters: Hema Shruti Sekar from NUS, Vincent Pak, also from NUS, Al Lim from Yale-NUS, and Isaac Neo from NUS. So each of these presentations will be about 10 minutes long. And then after all of them, we'll have a kind of communal Q&A segment after the final presentation. So while you're listening to their presentation, start thinking of some questions. We have 2 mics there, so that will be a good Q&A. Then afterwards, we'll have our panel discussion. asking for their thoughts on all different changes in Singapore society, populism, climate change activism, speaking up about racism, anything that comes up along the way. The panel discussion will be about 45 minutes, and then we'll open the floor to audience members for their questions as well. So let's begin with our first presenter. Please welcome Hema Shruti Sekar.